Good evening and welcome to San Antonio by Night. I'm Rose and I'll be your storyteller for this Vampire the Masquerade campaign. We want to remind you that Vampire the Masquerade is a dark game with many dark things, loss of humanity, and much, much more. As each of our players continues to work out trauma from their past and the trauma that's happening around them, we also would like to offer these particular content warnings for tonight's episode. As we begin to sink our teeth into tonight, we encourage you to go back and watch our previous episodes. You can find them on our Twitch or also on our YouTube channel. We encourage you to consider subscribing or following our channel. Those subscriptions do, in fact, help us. They pay for our music and our editing software and help us continue to come to you weekly as possible. As we enter into tonight's story, we find our coterie still in the midst of the whodunit. Who made them? How were they made? Why were they made? Was it some kind of message or code being sent to someone in the city? Or was it, in fact, to sabotage the city itself, which finds itself on the edge of Sabbat territory, with a Camarilla structure unlike other cities in the United States? It's run by a Malkavian prince, who happens to be the only Malkavian in the city, with the exception of an occasional guest, and all different kinds of Camarilla clans that are present, ones that are not normally there, and a whole series of intertwining, backstabbing, political shenanigans that you expect to find in Vampire the Masquerade. Enjoy. All right. And welcome to San Antonio by Night. I'm Rose, and I will be your storyteller this evening. I go by RPG Mom on TikTok. Katie?
Hi. Sorry, I forgot it would be me. I'm Katie. I am Dungeon Mistress Katie on the TikToks, and I am playing Sylvie, who, once again, is the emotional support gang girl who has no fucking clue what's going on. We're back to that.
Summer?
Hi, I'm Summer, or Saltiest of Unicorns on the various socials. I am playing Izzy Velasquez, a chef, vampire, and apparently LaDonna's gopher right now. It's the only reason why I'm not anywhere where I want to be.
Yeah.
She had something to do last week.
Yeah.
Something to do.
Evil taskmasters.
Del?
Hi, I'm Del, otherwise known as Mootley on the TikToks and on the YouTube shows and stuff like that. I'll be playing Amelia Starr, whose new hit song, I'm in Love with a Valkyrie, is coming out soon.
On her solo album. Burn. Claudia.
Hi, I'm
Pearl.
Linen and Spice on TikTok and Twitter. And I'm playing Claudia, who is our Tremere who has probably too much empathy for her own good in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Power. Get the power.
Get the power.
Just gonna balance that out on a daily basis.
Awesome. Now the rest of that song's in my head and we can't sing it because of copyright issues, but
we can
okay, last we left off, the coterie was in their apartment for, well, most of you were, and Amelia had run off to go hide in with her Valkyrie from the big scared werewolves. But the rest of you were working on kind of starting to really address and solve the mystery that has come around your creation and all of the strange events around the night of your creation. You had put together, you went to werewolf territory, broke into a glassblower's studio, found the maker's mark, pretty strong evidence that it had been made there. When you came back and started doing research, you all as a group put together that the glasses have something to do celebratory. They come from the 1600s in design, and you also put together that the city under the prince's rule has been for about 100 years or so, and that the mark on the bottom was probably an indication of that. Is there anything else in regards to that process that you all would like to mention?
We're fucking idiots. You've been saying that every single week. Anyway.
Did you just finally notice the intro where I say the city's been in existence for about 100 years? Weird. It's almost like I told you all along.
I remember this conversation where you were like, you're going to figure it out, and go, fuck. It's okay.
It's fine. Now you can have a new intro.
There we go. What time of night?
To that?
So the next, it's not the next morning yet, is it?
Yeah, I mean, we'll do, like, if there's any wrap up, and then we'll do kind of kick off the day stuff. If there's any other, I told you could continue to do research or ask me questions when we gathered again. So,
one other important thing, I think it's interesting anyway, is I think we figured out that each of the glasses, the color schemes of each glass were actually done matching with our particular armor. So they were all personalized, individualized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there is something drawing each of you in particular to it. It's not just,
And
so
the maker had a link to Mark from the maker space.
Yes.
And the maker of the glasses had a link to Mark, so it's probably ordered through the same by the same person who ordered the armor.
Do we think Mark's a werewolf?
We don't know. We had no inclination because he's in the city, so it's very unlikely.
Oh no, you're right. Not Mark. I'm sorry.
We were terrified that the glass.
That's what I
meant.
Might be.
But we were too busy running away from our own shadows and cars that weren't really chasing us, that I thought were chasing us, and just scared of anything because we didn't want to die.
Yeah.
I mean, Sombra did kind of put the fear of everything into us, didn't she, on the way out of the city? So.
I don't think you were necessarily being paranoid.
Mm.
Not without reason.
They are still alive.
For now.
So that you can send me an email with the progress report or an update or bullet points or cliff notes.
I can make a PowerPoint.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine what would happen if Sylvie made a PowerPoint?
Amelia will just put some little dicks drawn in somewhere.
All right. If there's nothing else in regards to that, you all are, you can continue along that process, continue to research your things. I'm going to say we go towards the next morning. I need you all to do your rouse checks. Knowing that, as far as I know, none of you ate yesterday, with the exception of maybe Summer could have done that on her day off if she wanted.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a success.
If you don't mind, because I think I was still out of hunger too, I can roll my hunting, which is manipulation of subterfuge.
Yeah, go ahead. So you failed. What's your hunger at now?
If we didn't eat yesterday, and you said our hunger would be 2 if we didn't eat yesterday, my hunger is now 3.
All right. You do gain your willpower back after you.
Yay!
I only have 1 hunger down here. Should I have 2?
No, I think everybody's been kind of doing different things. I think she's spent some stuff differently. So.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
Izzy?
I ended up getting 2, so that should just drop me down to hunger 1 because I didn't kill anybody. So.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So also roll for email.
I would like to state that in my time away, I went couple hunting with Trixie. Once again, purposely finding someone who looks like Sylvie.
Sure. Why not? I need you to
roll for redheads.
roll. Yeah, I mean, roll a hunt.
Sure.
And then otherwise, I need you to also roll me a blood die separate.
Sure. I'll roll you the blood die separate first.
Okay.
That's a 9.
Okay.
What's a hunt? Do you want me to use
Would you
persuasion?
what is it? For
Real quick, what kind of predator are you?
I am a scene queen. So I just go to a club.
So, Scene Queen is manipulation and persuasion.
Three successes. And a 9 on the blood die.
I do think that anytime that Izzy has to go find food, it should be roll for gingers.
now she knows. So
Sure.
I'm gonna give her a little bit of more grace on it because I did torture her with it for a while.
But
There's
it's hard
always
to
a
know if a
chance.
person's a real ginger or not sometimes.
Which would
Yeah.
be a very funny scene later.
Yes. What did you get on your hunger die?
A 9.
Okay.
She has her evil face on.
I know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to I'll just say it. You so Trixie messy critted. So probably in the midst of it, in you all's she has intaked some of your blood. And if that process continues, then we're going to have a conversation about blood binding and which way that's going in your relationship.
She's going to be in trouble.
Yeah. I was like, I rolled a messy crit. How exciting. Okay.
So can I be down to 2 hunger now?
Yeah. Okay. So the next morning after your rouse checks, and we know Claudia checks her email. And everybody else do your etiquette and your intelligence.
The very best I can do is 3. So this should be fun.
One.
Sounds about
Okay.
right.
Izzy, you remember to check your email.
I rolled a 9 and a 1.
Okay. You don't remember shit.
It was a great night.
Well, just
Ride the Valkyrie.
Good evening, San Antonio. I'm Carson Dean, and it's time for another weekly Kindred update. The last of the Sabbat incursion forces has been driven back, and Steve has announced that the city is again at peace. Apparently, an elder fiend and his coterie were forced to flee the city to the north, where they fell afoul of a pack of werewolves. None are believed to have survived. Pardon me while I mourn them. That's long enough. The rest of the invasion force is believed to have fallen back to Corpus Christi, where I hope they're having a wonderful time. Also do remember that in Victor's absence, Julian of the Toreador will be handling all clan business. So be sure to talk to them if you wish to end the tyranny of the Skinny Jean era. Peace restored, fled jeans coming back, and the 4/3 apparently behaving themselves. We may be able to look forward to a peaceful Elysium for once.
Interesting.
all right.
Claudia, did you get that? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that we probably checking our email around the same time. Probably hear them from the other rooms. Like peek my head out the room. Did you get that?
Yeah. Did he just said the city's at peace?
I don't
Wow.
believe it. But I'm not going to stir up trouble. We might want to tell the others.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Amelia has her phone, And it looks like she's reading emails, but she's playing games on it.
I will send out a group text saying, check your emails. Carson's update is important this morning.
Amelia yells out, I accidentally deleted my email app.
I can't remember my password, guys.
Can you just show me?
Ugh.
I don't want to do a forgot password. Can you do it for me?
I'll knock on Amelia's door, and if she lets me in, come in with my phone.
She puts her
I'll do
phone
the
down, but
same
as she
for,
does, you can literally see that
Sylvie.
the email app is still there.
With 375 notifications.
Oh, there has to be more than that.
Are you?
I had 3.5K.
I think I had 10,000 about a week ago. It was just stupid.
Awful. Yeah.
So did Amelia let me into her room just then?
Yes.
She sure said she did.
What can I see in your room? Because I would sort of be just looking around a little bit as you've got my phone.
Yeah, Amelia's just like phased off watching the video. It's still trashed again. Like, there are holes in the wall already. Shit is everywhere. Like, some of the furniture's already half destroyed. There is a pile of cat toys in the corner. There is a bunch of line art on the wall. But I would actually ask you to roll an insight check to understand what they are. Because you may have seen her band, like, on the posters, and obviously Genevieve, but it would be like Amelia's line drawing interpretation of them.
That's fair. Why don't you do your wits and your insight?
Sure.
I'll go help Sylvie with her password reset.
She's
Right,
like,
teach them how to fix it themselves. You don't do it for them.
Right.
it's not that I don't know how. I don't want to. I don't care.
That was in the negatives, so nope.
Just line art. She
Do I
seems to be
recognize-
embracing the artistic Toreador side. Isn't that lovely?
Do I recognize Genevieve at all, or it's that connection doesn't form? Okay. Cool.
Thank you so much. And then she just kind of like realizes that you're in her room. Yeah, so let's go check in with the others and see what we're gonna do. And she like
Sure.
stands up abruptly and pulls her shirt on. She was like lazing there in like her bra, and there's this like very unsubtly has her hand on your back as she's like pushing you out the door.
Yeah, sure. Let's find everyone else.
By this
Yep, let's
point,
do
I'm
that.
assuming I would have seen the video.
Sure.
If you would have gotten into my great.
Yep.
I'm gonna go brew my cup of coffee, my spiked coffee.
So,
Great cup, by the way.
so what we're saying is there's one less elder vampire in Elysium who hates me. That's what I think I heard.
Bold of you to assume this.
Have we met
I'm just
Julian?
saying.
I'm not.
Past
I don't think I
precedent
pissed
has
anybody else off to like replace Victor. I think that
That you know of.
What could I have possibly done? You've seen me. Like, you've been around. Have I done anything?
We're
I don't
fucking
know.
toddlers.
You have
in this,
more
like,
talent than
grand
me.
Scheme of vampires.
You have more talent than me, and I actively try.
Well, I have been non-social for so long that it makes sense. I've been living in a fucking box, man.
Have we met Julian yet? I don't think we have. No?
Julian?
Oh.
You would have heard the name around. Julian is kind of was and is the Toreador whip. So like the
okay.
second.
Okay. So right now, there's Julian and
Dolores.
Dolores. Thank you. My brain just stopped for a second on NPCs.
The only Julian I can think of is Bashir from Star Trek, but maybe hopefully it'll be as hot and not as annoying.
He's a Toreador.
They're a
They are
Toreador.
a Toreador. Heard.
So therefore, I think they're probably pretty, but I don't know.
At least we watched.
Unrelated.
They've been pushed back, but there's just none in the city right now, they think.
As far as they think.
And Corpus Christi is, I'm assuming well, we wouldn't know. So never mind. I'm not going to ask.
So I guess we're going to Elysium, right? That's like the deal.
Okay, I guess. Did we just do this?
I know Carson mentioned Elysium, but was it called? Was Elysium called? Wait, or am I thinking of something else?
This is the first time you all are having standard Elysium since your arrival. So Elysium normally happens at a standard interval for normal court business.
Okay.
Because it's not about us this time, guys. We're just going to be there.
There's not an emergency court meeting.
You get to just go.
And Amelia suddenly goes, where the fuck do I stand?
Oh shit, we get to be in like a little section, like on the sidelines and not in the center where everybody's staring at us. I like this very much.
Do we have to split up then? Like we have to go stand with our...
That's a good point. I think we do. I think I have to go stand with Kai and Zara.
I'm going to send a text message to Mrs. Smith and just ask really quick, hey, I see that there's an Elysium that's not about me. Thank God. Do I stand with my clan or do we stand as a coterie?
Good plan.
And I'll shoot that off.
Mrs. Smith replies with, it is tradition in our city to stand with your clan.
Thank you.
Amelia at the same time sends a message to her old man saying, hey boss, where am I supposed to stand in Elysium? Question mark, confusion face. And a whole bunch of like random emojis that implied daddy.
And I'm the one that's pissed off all of the elders.
He likes me, that's the difference.
You get back a cowboy emoji.
I'll relay my information to everyone else. I know that you're a special case, Amelia.
I'm gonna text Kai and be like, hey, where do you want me to meet you before Elysium?
It just says, hey man, like really like strung out in letters.
He doesn't have to type it anymore. It's just auto text as soon as he puts in H and M.
Hey man, we'll just see you there.
Does not answer my question. But
you think he's a planner?
I'm gonna text Zara. Just like, hey, where do you want me to meet you before Elysium?
She texts back like, in the Gangrel area.
So just okay. So just inside, like once we get there, just go in and okay, that's cool. Yeah,
like you guys know that there's like spots for all the clans outside the center of it, right? Because you went down each of the spoked hallways
to their office.
To the office.
So not like the where we would. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do we know what time it starts? I don't think that information was in the video.
It wasn't in the video.
I'm going to text
everyone
Sumner.
should know.
We're a brand new goddamn coterie, man.
I'm going to be excessively early no matter what. So I'm just going to quickly get dressed.
Court official starts at midnight.
I'm glad we have 2 cars because I have no desire to get there excessively early.
I'm getting there excessively early.
What? Why? Can you? Never mind. For your
Sylvie, You do understand that this is the major political and politic time.
I'm not saying I want to be late. I didn't say I want to be late.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're missing opportunities to talk to people that you might need to talk to.
Oh, that's a good point.
Everyone's going to be in one spot.
Fair enough. Okay. Never mind. I'll be there excessively early.
Networking. This is a skill set.
It's not a
that we
gangrel
need to
skill
develop.
set. Fairly
That
sure
we need
that's
to
not
develop.
I don't know. Kai managed to barter a deal with the werewolves. So if you don't think that the gangrel have some kind of negotiation tactics, then
Fair enough.
And I also need to go see Dad.
all right. Are you all gonna fancy yourselves up and head over?
And as I'm fancying myself up, I knock on Claudia's door
Come in.
I'm going to go
and
fancy myself.
slide in and close the door and say, can we check in on Rue
Yeah, for sure.
about
I
that
assume
stuff?
she'll be there.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cheers.
that'd be good to know.
And then she's all like, and then like slides out the room again.
I think Claudia's confused for a minute because she's not very good at like deception sort of stuff. So she's like, "Oh, how do I hide this?" But then she'll eventually just keep getting ready.
They're like, you don't have to go anywhere. Amelia comes to you.
Love it.
All right. You as a crew head over to the Alamo.
Still have those little butterflies. It's not about us this time. It's not about us this time. It's about us this time.
Yeah. So as you it's kind of a different air, right? For the first time you are
We're not in a cage or locked up.
you're not locked in the holding area. And let's do awareness
Yes.
and wits.
This is an excellent pool.
Obviously, tell me if you get some yucky ones.
I roll 6 die on that. 6 dice. I got 1 success.
3.
Have
One
you
of
seen
those-
All
the
the others
dice
were
recently?
5s.
Were you
I
eating them?
I don't eat dice. I'm not a basic bitch.
You're correct. My
Wow.
apologies.
3, 1, and a hunger die. But it was a regular success, not a...
Okay. I'm sorry. Izzy, I missed yours.
3.
Okay. So the three of you that did fairly well notice that the guards that you've seen regularly stationed outside of that holding area are there, stationed there, this particular evening.
Do we know them by name now? We've been in there enough times.
Those are Nos's, right?
Certainly know their looks. I don't know that any of you have actually interacted with them. There's kind of a like, yo, what's up with these particular Nosferatu, but there is not really a like, you're not on a first name basis.
Amelia walks by going, not noticing that they're there for a reason, but seeing them there and be like, hey, fellas, it's not us this time. Yeah. And it's like,
Finger gun.
love your work.
And then so you notice that, but aside from that, it seems like everybody's in a fairly decent mood. There doesn't seem to be any ominous thing. in a weird way, right? Like there seems to be there's a lack of tension. You know, than there normally is. Now that could be because you all are normally the ones that are, you know, under pressure, but you're also realizing that like maybe there's some thing to this fact that they've declared that the city is not currently under attack. Amelia, once you get over into the Bruja area,
I don't go straight to the Bruja area.
Okay,
I go as if I go to the Bruja area and then I go see Dad.
Okay. Then I will give it to you when you get there based on your awareness roll. You'd like to go see Dad?
Yes, please.
Okay. Down you go.
Just knock on his door.
Come in.
Opens the door, walks in. Hey. You're the Primogen, right?
Yeah.
Well played. How much free information did you get out of us?
Enough.
I like you. Good job. Anyway, cool. Just was on my mind.
I've also been helpful to you.
Oh, that is not a lie. That is 100% true. Very helpful. Like appreciates like. And it was just in another whole level that I didn't see coming until a little while ago. When I remembered that you're the Primogen. And Primogens don't get where they are without being amazingly capable and amazingly politically savvy.
You
Anyway,
don't have to be ruthless in order to be savvy.
indeed. I like you. Anyway, just wanted to appreciate your amazing work. Let me know if you need anything, because obviously we owe you a favor.
Or 4.
Damn it. Yep.
I'm so grateful you acknowledged that. Thank you for your time, Amelia.
Rather acknowledge it now than have it sneak up on me later. You know those things of like, oh, by the way, you owe me a favor when you're really in a really awkward position and now you have to do this thing for me. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Cool. See you later.
I'm sure.
Amelia leaves. See you in Elysium. Amelia leaves.
I thought you were going to say alligator, and my brain went, oh God, skin, alligator, bad news. With that, Steve. Never mind.
All right. What would everybody else like to do?
I'm gonna go over to the Ventru area, and just if I see either Mr. or Mrs. Smith, ask like, is there a protocol of where we sit, like oldest to youngest, power, not, or do I just like sit somewhere in here? I don't want to piss extra people off in case I sit too close to the front, is my point.
Where you stand will be noted by anyone in the city.
I'll go find a nice place right in the middle of the triangle.
To say that everyone isn't watching would be a lie. In a weird way, this is your first time getting to have your own power in the sense of where you'll be standing instead of in the front.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and keep myself out of the center stage for once.
I'm just gonna find Kai and Zara.
Well, this is part of the game. Enjoy it.
Adventure.
Kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall based on who you know and what you do with that knowledge.
Yeah, it's a political shit show from beginning to end.
Oh, darling, this isn't a shit show.
Heard.
A shit show would mean that there was an order.
Okay, you're not wrong. In any case, I'm gonna try and blend as much as possible.
Well, there will be plenty of fluffing of feathers and displays of audacity today. It might be a day for you to learn and watch.
I have my notepad.
Oh, good. And Mr. Smith leans over and goes, like when you were taking notes when I was hunting?
Yes,
Have you been working on your subtlety with such things?
a little better.
So no.
I'm not hungry. I finally figured it all out. So at least
Step
there's
one.
that.
Man, that face of disappointment.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go wander and watch and wildflower on the walls.
And as you start to walk off, you hear Mrs. Smith yell behind it, kind of say, whisper loudly in your direction. Hold your chin up like a fucking Ventru, would you?
Ooh. Yeah, at that point, back straight, tits out, and start sauntering in another direction.
Tits
Did
up
I just simp for Mrs. Smith?
Like, so, you know, they scolded you, but they also sent you on your way.
Yeah. I don't need an extra target on my back for being late either.
You go over to the gangrel area, Sylvie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys.
There's nobody there.
Okay. You're supposed to tell me if I'm the first one to get there. I just assumed. Fucking hell.
You like walk in, hey,
It's like the yeah, I'm just gonna sit very quietly and completely still and not say a damn word.
You're just sitting on the pillow fort.
Yep.
Cool.
I love that it's a fucking pillow fort. Because of fucking course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
There's no offices. It's just a pillow fort.
I love it.
You're just gonna sit there for however long?
Well, it's just odd to me. Like, I think I'm gonna text Kai and be like, "Hey, so where are you guys? I'm in the pillow fort, and where are you? Where are you guys?" Sent.
Kai texts back, governor meeting.
Uh-oh. Am I in trouble?
No. There's someone in the cages. Remember?
You notice that someone is in a...
In the cell.
in the cell, the holding cell. But you don't know who. You just know that you gathered there's someone in there.
Okay.
All right. Claudia?
I'm going to go to the Tremere section, and first I'm going to look for Sombra. I assume she's
Not there.
not there. I will sort of stand kind of awkwardly in the big room where presumably there's a few other Tremeres around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to stand awkwardly next to the wall, but then pull out my phone and text Amelia, did you want to catch Rue beforehand or afterwards?
There's no response, but then Amelia, smelling slightly like the sewer, just like appears and waves to the receptionist lady that was at the office. She's not there. Okay. He's just like, hi.
Hey, I actually haven't checked if she's here yet, but shall we?
Now's better than ever.
Come in.
Hi, Rue. Me and Amelia, close the door behind us.
Can I help you?
Amelia kind of like elbows like Claudia to take the lead and pushes her forward a little.
We actually just wanted to check in with you with regards to that vial of blood off the train.
I don't know
I
what
was
you're
just-
talking about.
Ah, okay. I see. Have you had any interesting, what's the word I'm after? Discoveries based on the blood bags or the remnants of the blood bags?
I've had interesting discoveries around blood lately, yes.
Amelia like kind of tilts her head and smiles and kind of goes, so for that thing that never happened,
There's been some interesting discoveries.
I'm more like,
I would
hope
be very
you
careful today.
I hear you. I hope the thing that never happened puts me in good stead.
You are both in my good graces.
Thanks for your time.
You may go. You may not, she says to Claudia.
Amelia's like, I'll see you later. Text me if you need.
Sure.
And she's all like, kind of curtsies, bows to Rue, confused by how hot the swamp woman is, and closes the door.
Swamp witch. Strange.
What can I do for you, Rue?
Oh. The blood bags, they don't have the ability to keep the vitae. But they did have some sort of drug mixed into them that kept you all sedated in some way. probably to get you through
wow.
the transformation.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. I heard you came asking for me.
I did. I was actually hoping to speak with you with regards to that.
What did you need?
Me as a player, I've totally forgotten what I was there for.
You need access to the lab. No, we came asking about the blood bags to get if there was an update, and then the receptionist mentioned she's at the labs, and then we were like,
Right.
labs? I think Claudia should just be bold and say she needs access to the labs.
Well, I mean, you've actually just answered the questions that we came to check in on, but I don't know if I'm out of place in asking this. The receptionist said that you weren't there because you were at the labs, and I'm not sure if that's information that I should know or not.
You've chosen
Because-
a different path in our organization, have you not?
I have. So
You
that's
made the
primarily a
decision
research
to
thing?
not use that big brain of yours and to try to make your heart hardened to be a monster.
Someone has to protect.
One of the ways we can protect is by growing knowledge around us.
That's
It's
true.
a shame that your intelligence is going to waste.
I'm not sure that I agree with you. I mean, you're right. I do have a brain for academia. But the choices in my mortal life that got me to where I was were choices that were not made for me. They were made to try and please others. And I kind of feel like this is the first chance I've had to make some choices for myself.
I can
And-
understand that many seek to achieve in order to please their elders. But I wonder about the elder in which you are trying to please. Are you doing that for yourself, or are you doing that to please someone else?
I suspect I'll have to think about that a little. But I really do want to know how strong I can get. I've had enough of being vulnerable. And I've had enough of being walked on. And I would like to not be that person for a change and just see how far I can get.
Well, being a blood witch is one way to not be walked on.
Yeah, that's true.
You help her, you know.
How do you mean?
You help her be more human. And I think she helps you be more beast. I guess the question is it better or worse for all of us if you both end up in the middle?
Is humanity necessarily a bad thing?
I don't even know what to do with that fucking question.
I mean, I've come to realize that I probably have too much humanity when it comes to
You
this
think?
particular society. Well, yeah, well, yes.
You were in Sumner's office sobbing because someone died.
Emotions
I
aren't
could
a bad
hear you
thing.
through my fucking wall.
I'll try to have a breakdown quieter next time.
Please do.
I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to be at least able to express your emotions.
It's fair enough. You don't have to be cold and dead inside.
I mean, aside from the fact that we're all cold and we're all dead.
Suddenly, Amelia takes over Claudia's body for just one day.
Was that a joke?
It was an attempt at one. I got to work on that, I think.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, you know, I mean, I always was a witch. So I know lots of witch jokes, but they don't apply as much with the blood and the witching, you know. So.
Oh. That makes sense.
Anyways, there's not another, you know, they're all brooms and shit. It's not funny.
I mean, I think that's pretty funny.
I have a science joke.
Oh. Do tell?
It's kind of a Johnny was a chemist. Johnny no more. Johnny thought H2O, H2SO4.
Well done. I'll pay that.
Deep down, they're all nerds.
I fucking love the Tremere. They're evil as fuck, powerful as fuck, and all as socially awkward as each other. It is like one of my favorite parts of this entire show. Claudia and the Tremere.
The nerds.
I love it so much.
Anyways, you were asking about the labs, and we have decided to give you a different set of identification tools.
Okay. Like an identity?
Yes. You will have a new ID and those things delivered to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is this more of a backup ID situation, or is this like a witness protection type situation where I should actually change everything over?
It would help you probably to change the things over.
Okay.
Especially as you leave your job and you close out your rental and start to disappear. It would be helpful for you to have documentation that is freer.
Makes sense. Can I pick my new name, or does that come with the?
It came with it.
Okay.
You're assuming someone else's identity.
Oh.
Just on paper. It doesn't matter so much. You can go by whatever you want.
Okay. Whose identity am I taking?
Sarah. Sarah Cooper.
Okay.
I guess I also have a Jenny. Would you like Jenny instead?
I mean, Sarah's fine. Does Sarah have a backstory that I should know about? Like, a history. Are these being generated fresh? So, like, I can populate it with the kind of backstory that would make sense, or does it come like?
Would you
complete
like to meet her?
Pardon me?
Would you like to meet her? You were curious about the labs, were you not? You can close your jaw, love.
Yes, please. I would like to meet her.
I'll arrange it.
What's happened to her?
She's unconscious.
In our labs?
Yes.
You do work with coma patients, don't you? Is she a coma patient?
She is.
Oh, shit.
Yes, part of the things that you heard about me before you entered our society are true, kind of. Go ahead, ask me what you want.
Why is she in our labs? What is happening to her?
We are using their blood to do testing. It's quite a waste, actually. If it wasn't for us, it would be quite a waste. This is part of the deal we have with the church.
How does the church?
Because the
Come to-
church takes on coma patients that become wards of the state, that the families can no longer pay for them to stay in a comatose state instead of unplugging them. And because the church is a fan of keeping people alive, even though they are brain dead, we then have the deal with the church that we continue to pay for their alive process, with the understanding that we can do things with their blood.
Oh my god. This makes so much sense.
Also, I have a war to feed.
How many of them are there?
Several. Would you like to go to the labs at some point?
Yes, I would, very much. You said before that they, I suppose in general, are brain dead.
They are.
So there's no chance of any of them ever waking up?
No.
Is that because they came that way, or did we do something to make sure they will never wake up?
It would take a lot for one to be able to be sustained on machinery for a long period of time, and then for the church to then take over wardship of them, yeah?
Yeah.
They're likely to have been in that state for quite some time and not have a chance of recovering.
What What would happen if one of them did wake up?
We'd have a fucking mess on our hands, would we not? That would be strange.
Yeah.
It's not like patient zero or some kind of weird science fiction shit. It's just they're in the labs. We're doing the things. It's fine.
Guinea pigs.
I do have a couple of questions about that, actually. If a purely hypothetical,
Sure.
thought experiments. So let's say I assume Sarah's identity.
Or Jenny. You can choose. Maybe you think one is cuter than the other when you go.
Let's say for now, Sarah. Let's say I assume Sarah's identity, and then hypothetically, let's say she wakes up. Her identity's now gone. So...
Well, don't get this poor woman into debt if you're so worried about it.
Don't get her into debt. What I'm worried about, not so much worried, what I'm curious is, would we, if she woke up in a condition that she would be able to look after herself as, would we give her a new identity? Would I give her identity back, or would she be killed?
I guess you could decide if she needed a new one or needed to die. I'll let you choose. Under the highly unlikely situation.
Would you like me to help you make the situation from highly unlikely to impossible?
What are you suggesting?
There was an aspect of my research essentially a part of my research was on ethical euthanasia using an electrical stun bolt to the brain. It renders the brain incapable of conscious thought, I suppose, while still allowing those aspects of brain function that are necessary for bodily function. Is there something that might be useful?
Deal. And she opens her drawer and slides the glass vial of blood that you'd given her before across the table. I'll trade you.
What am I getting in the trade?
That vial of blood.
What is it? I mean, I know where we got it. What is it?
Special.
What does it do?
It implies to us that it gives you extra abilities. Do this to all of my patients from henceforth, and you may have this vial.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
He was
How many
really
patients?
curious what power Rue had.
What'd you say?
How many patients are we talking?
I currently have 25.
Several. Sure.
Okay. And at what rate do new patients come in?
I usually get 2 a year, and usually somewhere in that process we put a few of them down.
Put them down because they're not useful to us, or put them down because they are... Is it a mercy euthanasia?
Yes.
Or is it a... I understand. Deal.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
I will get you the access to labs.
Wonderful. And I'll organize the date and time, and I'll make sure I have the equipment I need.
Thank you.
Nice doing business with you, Rue. I look forward to working with you.
Sounds good.
I will pocket the vial and let myself out.
All right.
That was so good.
I'm like, drink it before you leave the office. Drink it. Just drink it.
Look,
I don't
and
wanna,
I'm the one who turned around and to Claudia and said, "Admit that you want power."
Yeah, she's coming around to it.
All
I
right.
think you may have sparked something, Amelia.
Okay. Who's next?
Do you want to go, Sylvie, or should I go?
Sure. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So after a little bit of sitting there quietly in your pillow fort, the smell of patchouli comes lofting in before they arrive, but you know they're coming.
Yeah, there's no way I could not know.
It's now your smell of comfort.
Yeah, that's one way that Sylvie and I are not the same. But yes.
Hey, man!
Hey! How's it going?
You know, it's all right, I suppose. He comes over and sits down.
Hey. I'm gonna just headbutt him a little bit. Hey, bud.
What's up?
Oh, Elysium, where I'm not concerned for my safety. It's a step in the right direction for me.
I mean, it's good stuff, right? I heard you guys went into the hill country.
And we didn't die.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, we learned some shit.
About what?
About glassware? I know things about glassware. Did I ever tell you that I know a lot about glassware and how to make things? Did I ever tell you that?
Do you proceed to spend the next hour info dumping about glass to Kai?
Sounds about right.
We just through that part.
Gosh.
Wow, man, you know a lot.
I know, right? That's what happens when you work a Ren fair. You learn a lot.
That's cool. How many you worked at a Ren fair?
I did. Yeah, I helped out. I was in the shop and I just kind of watched things and asked questions. It was really cool.
Was that when you're was your girl with you then?
No, I didn't work it with Emma. She was doing something else.
Huh. Was she at the fair, or was this before you guys got together?
No, we were together. We've been together since we were, I think, 16. So it's been about a decade that we were together before all of this shit happened. But no, she just didn't. She's not really a nerd like I am. So this just wasn't interesting for her. So she just went off and did something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you know what she did that summer? That's that movie. I didn't mean for that to sound ominous or anything.
I'm trying to remember what it was a few years ago. Trying to remember what she did. I don't even know, man. I can't remember. It's just things before this are a little fuzzy sometimes.
Right? I totally get that. Everything changes.
It does. But that's okay. I'm doing what I can to sort of make this work and not get killed
Yeah.
again.
Zara said you texted a chick.
Yep. I did that. Yep.
Nice.
I mean, I'm trying to move on from Emma, so
That's good,
this is
man. That's
my
good.
goal. But
Yeah.
at this, but I might not have been doing it I probably should move on with a vampire, actually. If I'm going to move on with anybody. Moving on with another mortal sounds like a really bad plan. But you know what? Speaking of which, would I be able to, like, I don't know, make her a ghoul? Like, I don't know what the situation is, like, the process of making somebody a ghoul, but, like, could I do that, like, at some point?
Right,
so that
I mean,
bring her
like,
in?
you know, it's not really like that. Like you have to kind of check, but it's not like a thing.
It's not a
you know,
thing.
like-
How do you do that? How do you make somebody a ghoul? Have you ever done that? I don't see anybody, so, like, maybe not. But, like, have you ever done that?
No, I don't do that, man. That goes against my whole, like, you know, people eating problem.
I mean, So, like, if by some, if I decide, I mean, I'm not saying like Jessie, like, I'm not saying like she should become my ghoul, but like, if I decided that that was the thing that I wanted, or if I needed a herd of sorts, I don't know, like, how would I do that?
I mean, like, some of it, right? Like, you got to make sure, like, there's some ethics around it, right? Like, you want to make sure that they're, you know, they kind of know, but, like, you don't want them to, like, really know.
Right.
You know?
How do you get somebody to know without breaking the masquerade? Like, how does that work?
Like, you should ask somebody that has ghouls.
Oh. You know, Trixie hates me.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard.
I mean, I'm trying to get her to not hate me. I didn't do it on purpose. I was just
Like, you know that, like, it's, like, important that we don't, like, make everyone in the city mad.
I'm not trying to. I'm just really good at it.
Like, she's a fucking lieutenant, dude.
Okay, I didn't know that at the time.
Right.
And
yeah, I mean, like, I don't think you, like, I mean, and he, like, you can see he's just getting, like, more and more uncomfortable.
You okay, man?
Yeah. And he, like, looks over at Zara and just, like, gets up and walks out of the room.
What did I do?
Nothing.
Should I follow him and, like, make sure he's
No.
okay? Not that I want, just so we're clear, not that I really want a ghoul. I just have questions. I don't have answers to any of my questions.
You know, there are ways to make people interested.
So, can you be more specific? Like, in detail?
Sure. Like, when you were on the street, if you'd met somebody that seemed to have a lot more ability and strength, and they had a way of giving that to you that wouldn't cost you really anything.
Like drinking blood?
Be amazed how many people aren't actually adverse to drinking blood when they know what comes with it.
I mean, I'm fine with it now, but, like, it's kind of a thing. But, like, I don't know that I'd be okay with it as back when I was a human.
You wouldn't?
I don't think so. Did I mean, killing people is one thing, but, like, drinking their blood is an entirely different situation.
If you could have been strong enough, if you could have been able to see in the dark, and not have to be afraid all the time every time you searched somewhere or went to a new place. And all you had to do was stay within a reasonable distance of someone that could give you that power. It didn't need anything from you except for a couple of errands during the day. Would you have done it?
Probably.
That's how you get a ghoul.
Interesting.
You'd be amazed at how many people actually just want power. Or to not be afraid.
Or not have panic attacks all the time.
Because
How do I
they're
stop
tough as
that?
shit.
How do I stop that? How do I stop my panic attacks? Because I would love to do that. That'd be great. Because I feel like I piss a lot of people off when I keep talking.
Are you panicked that you're pissing people off, or are you panicked that you're not good enough to be part of this society?
Were you a therapist before you became a vampire? Because I feel like you were a therapist before you became a vampire. Now, I wouldn't really know because I didn't really have a therapist. I didn't have any money for a therapist. But like, you seem like what I think a therapist would be.
Huh. I mean, when you live on a commune, you kind of all do that, right?
I mean, assume they would be. I mean, yeah.
He's not upset.
Okay. You guys are like the ones I really want to keep not mad at me. Outside of my coterie, obviously. I mean, I don't want people to be mad at me, but like if I had to pick like a hierarchy of people like to keep not mad at me, like there would be you guys, and then there would be the coterie, and then like everybody else. Don't care about the Toreador as a whole, except for Amelia. That's the only Toreador I care about. Otherwise, they can just all walk into the sun for all I fucking care.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a little soon for your friend that walked into the sun.
She was just sitting. She didn't walk into the sun. She was sitting there.
True.
She was sent into the sun. I mean, like, of their own volition.
Sure. I mean, we all saw it, which is, again, weird.
Is that a thing that most
No.
Bohemians... Aren't we supposed to, like, stick with our, like, powers that come with being our particular clans?
They have that power, but to make a whole group of us?
How would you be that strong? Like, is it
Being
just
old
because
as
she's
fuck?
old? That's what it is. Just really old.
Potentially.
I mean, it makes sense. She has a whole thing with Shakespeare, like a really personal thing with Shakespeare, and you know that. But like, how do you hate? Like, he's an old dead. Is he a vampire? Is Shakespeare a vampire?
Not
Is he
that
like?
I know of.
Like, is he in England and he's just a vampire? And just like every once in a while, reinvents himself as like the next big British author.
There are certain people who do that.
I feel like Shakespeare's a vampire. But even if he isn't a vampire, like, how do you have... She's not English, though. She's not British, right? Is she British? Is she there first? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure, like, how do you have such a strong dislike of a dead poet who may or may not have actually written the shit that he put out? But, you know, that's besides the point.
It could be that she's crazy.
I feel like that's not a question.
So are you asking me to help you understand why a crazy person has a grudge?
No. I'm just curious. I'm not asking for understanding I'm not asking for you to make me understand. I was just curious if maybe you knew things, because you know more
All
than
I know is that she's old.
That's it.
And
Crazy.
all of the Primogens are concerned.
She's a vampire, right? So doesn't make her batshit crazy? Eh? Eh?
It's nice.
Yeah. I have jokes occasionally.
Yeah. It was weird. No one's ever seen her do anything like that.
Why would she decide to I feel like that's such a huge thing. Like, why would she decide to out herself over a baby vampire fucking up? Like, that's massive.
She's been a little on edge since all of you were created.
I mean, that's fair. And we still are no closer to figuring out who did it.
She thinks it's personal.
We don't think it was Victor. I mean, he's gone. So.
He's not gone. I mean, it's just
He's not
fashion
dead.
week.
Just gone.
Here's the fashion week every year.
Fashion Week is in Corpus Christi?
No, he went to New York.
Sorry, out of game. Did I misunderstand? Did I zone out and that's actually what was said with Carson? Or didn't he say that he went to Corpus Christi with his coterie?
An elder vampire was driven, an elder Savat vampire was driven up north
Okay.
and killed, they
Sure.
think, in werewolf territory.
Okay. But
A second note was that Julian, the whip, is currently serving as the primogen,
right.
while Victor is gone.
And Corpus Christi is south.
Corpus Christi is where they believe that the Sabat have escaped to at the moment.
Okay, I'm sorry. I definitely just like
No, he delivered it like a Malkavian would.
fair. Okay. So back to that. Oh, so he's in New York.
Yeah,
That
he
makes
goes
sense.
every year.
That makes sense. I don't pay attention to Fashion Week. It's not really important to me. I mean,
I think Windspring is one of the top models.
the fuck is Windspring?
That ghoul that's always driving around.
Oh. That was
You never seen that?
I mean, maybe. I just didn't know her name. Like Windspring sounds like some
He drives the limo, and she sits in the back, so that people think she's the celebrity.
Victor can drive?
Yeah.
I just thought he was probably I just figured that was too beneath him. That he had somebody who did it for him.
Not when you're trying to point to someone else.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, we should probably introduce you to Dylan.
Who's Dylan?
Dylan's the werewolf equivalent of a ghoul.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Oh, also, do we have a whip? We don't have a whip. Is that me? Oh god. Oh god, is that me?
It would probably be Kai.
Yeah, but the governor and primogen, like those are two.
We don't actually function the way everyone else does because there's just the two of us.
I'm just
We're
glad
like
it's not me.
emissaries for our clan. Kind of our own little coterie, but with a little different set of power. My voice doesn't hold the same weight that Ruse does or Monty's does.
That's stupid.
No, it's not.
That your voice doesn't hold as much weight as the other. No, that's stupid.
You understand there's only two of us, right?
I understand that, but I mean, I understand like the whole thing, like that there are less of us, so therefore we are maybe not as important. But as far as like you specifically, I feel like your voice should be just as important as anybody else.
But we didn't earn our place in the city the way the others did.
I just think it's stupid.
Technically, we're anarchs.
But we're part of the camp. Do I know that word?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're part of the Camarilla, though. Like,
Right. But all of the rest of the gangrel are anarchs and part of the Sabbat. So
Just not us.
we're defectors.
So with that, I feel like that would be good. They would like that.
Which is why we're able to exist within the city, but we're still having to prove ourselves.
Been fucking doing this my entire life. I guess that's probably why I fit in well.
Everything in vampire society is about proving yourself. Speaking of which, would you like to meet Dylan?
Sure. Is he here?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, let's meet Dylan. Slightly uncomfortable, but sure.
So she goes and comes back, and there's a very paranoid looking, kind of scrawny dude, hippie looking dude with the briefcase attached to his hands, closed. Hello.
Hi. I'm Sylvie.
Dylan. I'm your representative for the werewolf community.
What's in your briefcase?
This is a mirror. So if I go unconscious, the mirror will fall open and the werewolves will come through in Elysium.
That sounds like a bad thing.
Right, so I shouldn't go unconscious.
I don't want you to be unconscious. I'm not interested in that at all. We were told that werewolves can
travel through mirrors.
Yeah, we were told that.
Reflective surfaces, actually.
Okay, I have a question about that.
Sure.
So we're talking like a sorry, I can't with these shits. I can't with these guys. So like, are we talking like a regular glass? Like it's reflective, but there's nothing behind it. We're we talking like a mirror, like what you have, or both, or does it matter?
A pool of water, a glass, your cell phone case, or your cell phone screen.
So I should get a matte surface.
A compact in your purse.
I don't have one of those. I don't really care about
a lens on the front of a camera, security camera.
Interesting. Okay.
A shiny crown. They just have to know where to come from.
So how do I get on the good side of the werewolves?
Don't kill me.
I don't want to kill you. I have zero interest in killing you. That is a thing. I don't mind killing people, but you are not on my list of people to kill.
Thank
you. Yeah.
You won't get on the side of the werewolves.
What?
They won't like you.
Why not? Everyone likes...
Do they?
That's why I stopped talking before I said me.
Kai helps protect the Karen.
The what?
The Karen, the source of power.
Okay. I may look like I'm dumb. I'm just new. So that's why if I ask a question that seems stupid, I just don't know anything because I'm new. Okay. But there's no way that the vampires are gonna like me. Not vampires. Werewolves are gonna like me.
Probably not. You suck blood. You're a leech. That's gross.
But I only do it because I have to, because I'm hungry.
You're kind of an abomination.
I didn't pick this.
Well,
I feel like that's an important part of this. I didn't choose.
I don't care.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Someday.
Maybe.
Someday they'll like me.
Probably not all of them.
I don't expect everyone to like me, but at least 5. I feel like that's a reasonable number of werewolves to convert to the Sylvie cult. Right? Cult of Sylvie?
More
Funny.
interested in not your cult. Although I'm sure it's a cute cult.
Thanks. You think I'm cute? Not that it matters, because I like girls. But anyway, do you have any questions for me? I don't have any answers for you, but
No.
no? Okay. So, what time should we be in the ballroom?
Soonish.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now, because, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. She just runs.
Run. Okay.
I feel it's the same energy as the rest of us trying to get Pebbles to like us.
Yes, Dylan is my Pebbles.
Yeah. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Amelia, do you want to do that or? All right. Then we'll get this bad boy started. You can. You're muted.
Amelia wanders in to the brew house.
Now for your awareness check. Everybody is much more calm. It's like sailors on leave.
Everyone's chill today.
There's like a lot of laughter, face punching, you know.
Good times.
Face punching.
Amelia like salutes Butch. And wanders in the direction that she is getting pointed to.
No, he's like giving you a hey, what's going on?
Oh, hey. She's all like, I'm in trouble already. I'm not surprised. And I think she's just gonna chill with the peeps and get the vibe. Try and pick up any rumors that she can hear from anyone talking about shit, especially with what happened with the war.
Yeah.
Kind of people get like, these are all the soldiers, like what happened.
Right. So I mean, you get pretty good sense, right? There was a pretty big push. There seemed to be like there was a unit, a Sabbat unit that had an elder attached to it, probably about 5 of them, that had made their way to the city, and the Bruja, in combination with Kai and some of the other Nosferatu, managed to kind of get them to chase them up north, into the hill country, where they're barely certain the werewolves have handled it.
Does it seem like this is a tactic that gets like used in combination a bit?
It seemed like they all got to use the special plate. Like they're all very excited about getting to use the special play.
Ah, so it's been a play on the books that they've never used yet, and then they got told like it's time for Plan B.
Yeah,
And they were like, yeah.
There's like that kind of energy, and then like there seems to be like so like no one expects the Inquisition kind of situation. Like no one expected us to bring in the werewolves.
Kind of like, and then they got to the border and the Sabbat got chased in, and they were just like, and the Sabbat like, why aren't you chasing us anymore? And they're like,
Yeah, it's almost exactly how it went. They were so everybody's pretty stoked.
cool. And was anyone lost?
Any of y'all's
Any
people?
vampires?
No, not really.
That's
People
really
were
good
hurt.
news.
There were some people hurt, but it was actually like very successful. And pretty much after that, that's when the recognition that a lot of the Sabbat bases had started to be being abandoned, and that they were kind of retreating and regrouping, because nobody expected the werewolves.
But now the Sabbat know about the werewolves.
Right.
So now they know that piece is on the table.
Right.
Cool. She does want to possibly talk to Monty, if
Okay.
that's possible.
Yeah.
And she knocks on his door.
Come in. Oh God. What?
I'm not in trouble. I just have a question. How long have you been in the city for?
A while.
A while? Like, when the prince got here or before the prince got here?
Nobody in this city's been here longer than her. Maybe Brew?
But nobody. Cool. Other question Cowboy had. Did that mean that I should stand with you guys?
No, you were sending me stupid emojis, and so I sent you one back.
Well, that's good to know. So, where should I stand?
What clan do you belong to?
Toreador. Understood.
Look, Amelia, I like you. Despite myself. But no matter how much you try, you're not going to be able to change your blood.
I'm never gonna be able to be an ass kicker, am I?
We gave you the offer on how to get a little bit stronger. Obviously, that came with a price. One that we may have set a little bit higher than we knew you would accept. You're going to need to learn to use your other abilities before you can learn to use ours.
I gotta go to school, right?
There's more than one way to fight.
I'll go talk to Dolores. Thank you for your patience.
This is still home.
Yes, sir. Alright. I better go sort out where I fit. There, they tend to get their feathers ruffled very easily.
Well, that happens when you have so many on your dress.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
All the
Also-
jokes today.
All the jokes. See, they're all in a good mood.
For now.
I have a question. One last question.
I
you
doubt
had a lot-
that.
Have you had a lot of experience with Dad?
Sure.
What does one of his favors cost?
Dad doesn't openly trade in favors.
He just may have... People in my coterie want to see him to adopt every single cute thing that they see. And,
They think
Dad-
Dad's cute.
well,
Have
when
they seen Dad's face?
Dad
Do
played...
they
when
understand that Dad may or may not have mold growing on his hair?
They do.
The
But
debate
that-
is still up. Is it mold or is it dirt? I don't know. It is a fair question that the prince has asked all of us to determine the answer to, and nobody knows.
That's adorable.
Dad, you're not there. Sorry.
They... You know, it's like when you see a Chihuahua puppy and it's so goddamn ugly, yet you think it's cute.
Sphinx kitten.
That's how they, and also that kind of played the whole I'm just a sad, lonely boy
Well, they
slash
are.
girl. And my coterie seems to have, like, just think he's the most innocent, sad boy, lonely boy in the world, and may have just, that just wrapped them around their little finger. It was beautiful manipulation. And I only just figured this out because my brain went, wait a minute, he's a primogen.
May not be an intentional manipulation. Amelia, some people are actually just above board. I know
No.
that's real difficult for you to understand.
But vampires. I guess we're family, so alright. Oh! Just trying to learn. Who to
I
trust.
wouldn't sniff too far down that DAP trail if I was you.
Why? Alright. I better go beg forgiveness from my clan.
Just go stroll up in there and be an asshole.
I can do that. How's the new gun?
It's good.
Okay. That makes me happy. It's just like the gun you had when you were a kid. Because you're old.
You don't know how old I am.
Valid. Maybe just assumed because you are in the position that you're in and most Bruja aren't cowboys. That you were older than I thought.
What do you mean we're not cowboys? Every single
then-
one of these motherfuckers is a cowboy. They just don't wear a hat.
Understood.
Cowboys stand outside the law and fight injustice. They're all fucking cowboys. They just don't wear a big ass belt buckle.
I've learned something new today. Their horses are just motorcycles.
Some of them drive hogs.
That's a good one, boss. Alright, I will see you later. And look at me, I haven't distracted your lieutenant at all today. I'm being good. And then she does the little, tries to do like a little cowboy hat tip, even though she's wearing a beanie, and being like, and leaves.
He just like sits there and goes like this as you walk up.
I love him so much.
All right, so as each of you start to file your way into Elysium in the actual court area, we are going to take a break.
We're all gonna fucking die.
Yep.
And welcome back. So as we return, you all have shuffled your way into the main court room. The prince is lounged across her chair, seemingly talking to, well, having a kind of conversation, not conversation, with Steve, as Steve stands with his back to her, but she's clearly talking at him about something. And everyone is in their different areas. The primogens are all seated with the governors all standing next to them in their areas, obviously with Julian in the Toreador seat. Is there anything specific or people you would like to be standing next to, or make anything aware of anything as we enter into the court situation?
Simple. My notepad and things are put away, and I'm going to be like maybe 3 or 4 people behind Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like just a couple rows-ish back standing so they can see, but not be like easily seen.
Sounds good.
I would like to stand next to, oh god, what's her name? Genevieve's old mentor.
Willow.
Willow. I'm going to hang out with Willow.
We're
in the shit together.
Between Kai and Dylan is where I would like to be.
And I would like to be as close to Sombra and Rue as I can feasibly get, if they'll let me stand there.
Sure. Yeah, when you come in, Sombra nods at you and, has you actually, like, tucked kind of behind her in a way. Like, you come in and she greets you and then kind of, like, pushes you to where you're, like almost like she's protecting you from something.
Aww.
Is her other homies, her other rest of her squad standing there with Claudia?
They are on the other side of Rue.
Death Squad!
And
Claudia.
And they seem very on alert.
Amelie does kind of be like, "You've heard anything, Willow?"
There's some kind of guest today.
It's not us. Hey. I love Willow so much.
As court starts, this is your first experience with it, so it's not as it's far more orderly than you've ever experienced court before. But you also tend to come in the middle, so and be dragged in. So there's some introducing. Charlotte the Harpy talks about court actings and things that have been going on. Everyone kind of seems to give a little bit of a update on what's happening. And as you realize this court is going on, there's a lot of words, but there's not a lot of information. And it comes to later, and you're kind of you're like, why is it? But as court had started, there seems to be a rise in tension. And you notice that the prince, in her own way, seems very distracted. You may roll wits and insight.
God damn it.
Does this have anything to do with a person's or the prince's desire?
Yes.
Ooh, I can make sure that.
Two.
one.
Out of 6 dice, 1.
Rude. 3. Okay. 7.
7.
Okay. Sylvie, the princess, in a weird way, has kind of like the behavior of a child
Okay.
today. Amelia, the prince is behaving like a child who is pissed off, whose parent has come in to scold them.
So someone big's here. Is there anything going on, vibe coming from the churches section or like the other
The
section?
church person who's normally there is not standing in the area, the roped off area.
Okay. And hunters? Same normal hunters?
Hunters are there.
Cool.
Well, I guess it's time for new business. Would someone please go get the Mother Superior?
Well, Amelia, like, with the willing, is Mother Superior a vampire?
No. So entering into the court is the, you see a nun-like figure enter in with a red shroud over them. And kind of a, you've seen this like gothed up version of this nun before. This is definitely the one that was there a few weeks ago, but seems to be dressed like the red is very different, the shroud over their face is very different, and is carrying themselves in a different manner. But this was definitely the nun for which the prince asked, does the church approve? The prior weeks when
Does she walk like she's a different person?
The nun? No, you've never seen her walk.
Oh,
But she's and then behind the nun comes 3 individuals, 2 that are almost exactly the same height, in a male and a female, and a third one, all of which have that appears to be feminine. The third one, all have a shroud over their face.
Are they shackled or roped, or are they just walking along?
They just walk in. You do see so from what you can see on the bottom part, the front 2 seem to be in more of a formal wear. They seem to be in kind of a suit, black suits with gold trim in it. The more masculine one is kind of brushed across the side, has kind of a cape look, and the female one in the front, also same thing, more of a suit, black and gold. On the bottom of that, for those of you that got everybody got a 1. So you see the La Sombra symbol that you saw on the staked elders, on the 2 older ones suits.
Adriana's here.
And behind them, standing in a more Victorian style plumed upper top and a high-waisted skirt, feeling very Victorian, but all in different shades of gray. Whereas the male and the female one appears to have a lot more white on them. The female character has a lot more white mixed in with the black and silver, and the other one is very strictly black and silver.
With the people who were in black and gold,
Yes. You can't see their faces.
with the gold wine, like, is there any like kind of gold windy pieces that remind us at all of the glass gold string at all?
You can roll intelligence and insight.
Good question.
Could all of us roll to see if that like triggers connection?
Sure, yeah.
I'm sorry, what are we rolling?
Intelligence and insight.
Wait.
Woo! Woo! Nicely done, team. Yeah, those gold threads sure look familiar.
Amelia kind of like looks over to Claudia and see if she can see Salt, like kind of is all like, this is something to pay attention to.
And as they walk in, the woman in the red walks up towards the front. They all stop. And the nun kind of pulls the shroud back. And the prince stands. Mother Superior, it's good to see you. Grateful that you've come bearing gifts. And she walks up and places her hand on the prince's face and says, "My beautiful damned flower. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to bring the request of those above me. I assume you, Steve, have received payment on behalf of the ones that I bring forward to bring to the court." And Steve nods, and the prince says, "Yes. We received your gift.
Part of the payment's missing.
I thought,
Could you fucking...
I thought that, they were supposed to be the ones who brought us the elders." And at that point, the male one speaks and says,
I just realized I started shit by half of the gift not being there.
What did you think was gonna happen? Jesus fuck.
we assumed that 3 elders for 3 of us plus the blood gift would be plenty.
Jesus Christ.
And the nun waves them silent for a moment. "Little flower, it is time for you to accept the call that the Camarilla have brought before you. It is also the desire of the church that these particular damned be entered in order to help us with the ministry. So I present to you the 2, brother and sister, and their new child. And I would hope that you would follow what the Camarilla has asked of you, but also what I, your superior, has asked of you, despite the fact that you did not stay in the order. Well, would you like to introduce the newest members of the city to the court? And the first two pull off their shrouds. And you hear from the Bruja territory someone yell, "You fucking Sabbat scum!" and come hopping over into the area.
Please don't be Trixie. Please don't be Trixie. Please don't be Trixie.
It's not. And like the brew are like trying to grab this guy, right? And like fucking shit is just like starting to break out in the Bruja territory. And the male figure just reaches over, pulls his hand out, and a shadow whips out of nowhere and chokes the Bruja up into the air off of his feet. Steve.
It's not Steve.
It's not Steve. It's the man of the two.
It's fucking La Sombra.
I just heard shadow in my
Yeah,
brain.
it's holding him in shadow around his neck. And the prince says, "Please remember, at the moment, they are not officially members of the city and therefore allowed to protect themselves."
I now know why Rue was so happy to trade the blood vial.
And they put them down. And Adriana says, "I would like to introduce you to Adram and Skaith."
Sorry, so Adriana is actually Mother Superior, not the La Sombra.
These are their. This is the two in which did the lifting for delivering, and their child,
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
who removes her veil, and in the gray, standing there, long, flowing, blonde hair, Emma.
No! Oh my god! Why was it so loud there? But I fucking knew it. God
Called it!
Fuck.
And Adriana says, "She has been removed of her Christian name as she is now one of the damned. And you will call her Lilith."
Has Emma noticed Sylvie yet?
Oh, I mean, obviously Sylvie's noticed Emma.
Does Sylvia react in any way?
I mean, have you ever known Sylvie to be able to completely control her emotions?
What would you like
what
to
does
do?
she do?
I'm just gonna grab onto Kai and whisper, "That's Emma."
I know, man.
You didn't tell me? You could have told me. You could have warned me.
She just yelled that out really
I didn't
loud.
yell it. I didn't yell it.
Yeah, you
Yes,
did.
you did.
And the prince looks over. "Do the Gangrel have something they'd like to add?"
No. Sorry.
It's at that point that you see her kind of start to look, and she makes eye contact with you and raises an eyebrow. and turns back to the two that are in front of her. And she just kind of drops her head. And so the two very Irish, because I can't do my Irish accent right now for some reason, because the anxiety, I'm very excited. The two very Irish twins standing there. And the prince says to them, well, I did not receive all of the parts of the payment that you just described. And it is under every prince's order to determine the order of the edict of the Camarilla as they please.
Oh no.
So what is this blood gift? They proceed to explain that the three bodies were found on the train. The center one had a blood vial that was attached to it, and that was the blood gift, as well as the gift of use of the train.
Hang on a minute. Out of game. This is an out of game thing.
Okay.
Question. Were the coffins on the train?
Mm-hmm.
Were they glass covered?
Yes.
Had you not figured this out at that point that one of these three bodies were going to be Emma? Because for the love of God, I
No,
would have
that wasn't Emma. It wasn't Emma. They were the elders that they sacrificed to be murdered, to be killed.
Okay. Because my brain went, the three coffins are these three people, and
No.
I was trying to figure out how. I mean, I wouldn't have had to roll for anything to notice that one of them was Emma.
No.
And that's why I was so confused.
No. So just the edict amongst the Camarilla. This is good information for the.
I was so confused how this didn't make any sense.
The edict is that any Lasombra that choose to defect from the Sabbat and rejoin the Camarilla can do so if they turn in Elder Lasombra.
I did know that. Okay.
So but that is left up to the decision of each of the princes. How many do they have to turn in? Is it 1 for 1? Is it 3 for 1? Is it, and so on and so forth.
Okay. All makes sense now.
And so they delivered 3 Elder Lasombra staked as passage for them into the city. Well,
oh Jesus.
Seems we have another mystery on our hands. The part of my delivery is missing.
Amelia, at the same time as Claudia puts her hand up, steps forward.
What did you do?
No, not you. Claudia.
I take the vial out of my pocket, hold it in both hands. I believe that this is the blood gift that is being spoken about. We took it to run some tests on it to make sure that it was safe. I return it to you now, confident that we know what it does and that it is safe. And I will sort of bow and bring it forwards and hold it out.
And she skips over, picks it up out of her hand. In the future, let me determine.
My apologies.
Amelia just kind of that Homer going into the hedge part? Amelia just kind of goes.
I have people that can look into those things, don't I, Rue? And she takes the vial and sticks it in her bra and pops it back.
That sounds about right.
Well, seeing as you want access into my city, and now I have sufficient gifts, and my dearest Mother Superior has requested this of you, I suppose I will let you in. Welcome to my city. You will not have your own clan, but I will grant you the ability to be your own coterie. Which means that we will give you access to a haven under one of the governors. So I'd like to know, how is it that you'd like to help out the city? Are you here for your own political gain or the political work? Thus, I will put you under Juan, or are you here for blood? In which case, you'll be under Javier.
Blood.
And they both look, the twins look back at Emma, or Layla, as she is now known.
I hate that name. It's a terrible name.
It seems they are asking you, child. My understanding is we're here for blood. All right. We'll get you set up.
Sylvie's just like slowly lacing her fingers into Kai's and just squeezing. Not to draw attention.
Is there anything else, Adriana, that you need? No, my darling.
Sorry, can I just ask one last question?
Mm-hmm.
The gold trim, is it on the La Sombra or is it on the nuns?
Yes.
On all of them?
All of the above.
Yes.
We need to talk to the prince after. Okay, cool.
So after that, Adriana goes back into the section of humans. And the three are left standing there. Delightful!
Oh, God.
2 new coteries in such short period of time. My, how things are changing. Sheriff, is there anything else? And you see, for the first, you see Steve walk over, and he just, puts his hand on the prince's shoulder. And he leans down, and he says something to her. And she kind of... It's fine. I'm fine.
Flames in the side of my face.
And court continues on, kind of, as the 3 of them step off to the side and realize there is a lot more standing space in one particular section
There is, isn't there?
than there is others. And they make their way over into the gangrel territory to stand. And Dylan gets very uncomfortable. Okay, we should end. Let's end. You guys want to end? Let's end for today. Goodbye. Fuck off.
I like kind of like bring, like after we leave the thing, just bring the guys all together, and kind of pull us all off into a little segue stuff. Do notice Sylvie hyperventilating.
That's fucking Emma.
What?
That's Emma.
As in
Layla, or whatever the fuck they're calling her now? That's Emma.
Shit.
Hold your shit together.
How am I supposed to? I thought she was. Okay. So, what, like how long ago would it have been that I had the conversation with Dad? Because I can't tell
Couple
time.
weeks.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago. You remember when I stayed behind to talk to Dad when you guys all went away? Just for like a couple minutes? Okay, so I asked him. I told him that I wanted to sever contact with Emma. So if they were looking for her, because they were looking for her at one point for me, but I asked them if they would like not look for Emma for me, like because of what happened with Jen, I didn't want me to be put in a position for my mortal shit to come back and kill us all, or me specifically, but all of us. In a more okay. So here's the thing. I talked to him, and he said that they found her. So I was like, okay, fine, well, cool. Just don't like bring her. Like, don't if she comes near the city, maybe like keep her from being close to me, so like we don't have a problem later on. And now she's a goddamn vampire. She's a goddamn La Sombra. Do I know that? La Sombra. Okay.
You can have gathered that she's a vampire and definitely walked in with the La Sombra.
Okay, I just making sure. Yeah. She's a goddamn La Sombra, and now she's standing in my area, and I'm supposed to pretend that I don't know her? Like, the fuck?
No one said that you don't have to pretend that you don't know her.
We're just saying hold your shit together in public.
How often has that worked for me?
Make it work, because this one,
because
Claudia just saved our asses.
And Kai like walks out, makes eye contact with you, and fucking bolts.
Yeah, I'm following him. I'll be back. I'll see you guys. I'll see you back at the apartment. And I run.
Do you have the glasses?
On me?
No, they're
You're
all
the person with the glasses.
They're at the apartment.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm running after Kai.
Okay. Claudia, amazing save. You just saved both of our fucking lives. Thank you.
There was no other choice.
B, did anyone else notice the gold trim and the glass trim on the glasses?
I'm gone right now.
Right.
So like,
yeah,
we need to like tell Steve, right? Like, because I think the prince is not in a mood to hear that the glasses and us being turned may be connected to her precious church and the La Sombra.
Also,
we don't know the nature of the connection. Just
but there's
only
one.
that there is a connection. Is he?
Yeah, and Steve apparently is the translator right now. Like, maybe if it's something that the prince does need to know, he could translate it better to her than apparently we talk to her. Because I think Claudia is the only one that has not gotten massively chewed out.
So, how about I run back to the apartment with my car and get the glasses, and then we'll try and organise to see Steve so that he can physically see it as well. It's probably easier for him to see it and see the connection as well.
Yeah, great idea.
I'll maybe see if I can go reserve a room somewhere.
Cool. And if anyone can message, just while I'm doing that, can someone message the she who is losing her mind and saying, because it's highly likely that the La Sombra will be hanging out with the Bruja because of what just happened, that if she's going to go there, if she goes off ahead and decides to go there, to wait for me, so at least I can like mediate for her on one side so she doesn't get killed by Trixie or someone else because she stormed her ass in there again. Yeah? So Amelia runs off and goes to the car to get the shit.
I'll text Sylvia as I'm like going towards like the areas to try and find a room that we can like, you know, bring all this stuff into. And I'm going to text Steve first and be like, Steve, I think because of our guest today, we have a huge connection that we want to bring to your attention first. We're going to be in this room and grabbing all the stuff to bring it to you so you can see it. and then send that off, and then send a thing off to Sylvie and be like, Sylvie, don't do anything stupid. Don't go near the Sombra or the Bruja without one of us, in particular, Amelia.
Sylvie reads the message and goes to respond and then gets distracted. So she currently leaves them on red.
Right. So but about that time you run into Kai in the Gangrel area.
Yep. The fuck, man? What the fuck is going on? What is happening?
Hey, man.
Yeah, okay. I'm... What the fuck?
Poor puppy.
Kai, I'm trying not to freak out. It's not working very well because I'm already in that panic mode. What the fuck?
Which specific what the fuck would you like me to answer?
Okay. How long have you known that Emma was a vampire?
I just found out that was Emma today.
Why didn't you text me?
You
You should have texted me.
I'm not allowed, man. I'm not allowed, man. I'm a governor.
I know, but
I'm not allowed, man.
what the fuck?
We just found out prior to Elysium about the La Sombra being admitted into the city.
Okay, that I understand that part.
I came from the meeting and Dad stopped me outside the meeting and told me who it was.
You could have at least
I know.
said, hey, something is happening. Something's going to happen in Elysium. It's going to be bad. Stay calm. So you could have.
I mean, it's not bad, dude. Like your
How is it not bad?
your girlfriend's back and you're gonna get laid.
Okay, but she's a Bruja.
She's a La Sombra. It's scarier than that.
You're not helping at all. Would she know? So? Oh, God.
Although I mean, like, I don't know if you noticed, like, she's kind of like. Ooh. So,
I have noticed that she looked at me. She made eye contact and raised an eyebrow. So, like, there was some kind of connection there. So she doesn't know who I am.
I don't know, man.
Is that? You're saying that Emma doesn't know who I am?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
How do we figure that out? What do I go? Where do I go from here? What do I do? I told Dad not to find her. I told Dad to keep her out of the city.
I don't think Dad had any control of this.
He said they found her.
He told you they lost her trail.
Why was I not supposed to know? I feel like it would be a good thing for me to know at least a couple minutes ahead of time so I could keep myself from panicking in front of the fucking prince again.
Because if you guys knew and they're connected to your creating, you wouldn't have had an authentic answer if I said anything.
But Emma wouldn't be part of that. Right?
How do you know, man?
Okay, but okay, can we talk to her? Like, I don't want to go charging into I don't want to go charging into Bruja territory because some of them don't like me very much, and I just want to make sure, like, I'm not going to piss anybody off, but I need answers to what's going on. I need to know if she remembers me. I need to know if she was aware of vampires while we were together. That's a whole thing. Like,
right, dude. I think, like, okay, Sylvie. I'm not trying to fuck you over, dude.
I know that. That's why I'm so confused why I had no heads up from anybody before we walked into fucking Elysium. Not even Zara.
I tried to give you a heads up.
How? How did you try to give me a heads up? You just stopped talking to me and ran out of the room. We were talking about ghouls. So was she a ghoul? Was she a ghoul?
I don't know, man.
Who would
He
know?
did try.
Who would know? Other than the scary La Sombras. Because I need to talk to her. I need to see her.
She's a full kindred in the city. Man, you can talk to whoever you want to talk to.
Can you come with me?
Yeah. They're scary.
They're scary to you. You're scary to everybody. If you're scared of them,
They're scary.
honey, you're scarier than any of them.
No, my friends are scary. They're scared. They can make do you know how many shadows there are everywhere? There's fucking shadows everywhere. We like live in the fucking shadows, man. And they can just like make fucking shadows and kill people with fucking shadows. They are they're shadow witches. You form a girlfriend as a shadow witch and then you also run with a blood witch and they're fucking terrifying.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that
Witches.
What?
They're witches and they're scary.
Okay, but I still have to talk to her. And I can't do this by myself. I can't see her for the first time in like how many fucking months by myself when she's a vampire. I need to
You are also a vampire.
I know this, but see, here's the thing. I don't know as much. And if she was a vampire or a ghoul or anything, I can't imagine she was a vampire the entire time we were together because we were in daylight together. So like, I know she wasn't a vampire, but like, if she was a ghoul the entire time, how did I not? I need answers. I need something. I need to talk to her. I need to talk to her. Can you come and talk to me? Like, we have to go and talk to her. Can you come with me, please? Like now, go. Can we go? Kai.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to go.
Can we go? Like, look,
Are you sure you want? Like, maybe you should take somebody else, dude.
You're the scariest motherfucker in Kindred Society.
No.
Yes, you are. So what? Should I go grab Steve?
Yeah, Glitter Bomb should go.
Somebody glitter.
Sorry, that was not nice.
My proudest moment in TTRPGs.
So you're saying I should go find Steve?
No, I mean, like, dude, he's the fucking sheriff. He doesn't need to be bothered with your personal business.
I mean, he's also been training me, so like, it's not just I'm not some random person.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, but I would take Steve.
I'm just saying, like, outside of Steve, you're the scariest motherfucker before the La Sombras got here. So if you're scared of them, how do you think I feel?
But, like, you don't know enough to be scared, right?
That's not the point.
You go.
No, that's not the point. It's either you or I go talk to Steve. Should I go talk to Steve?
No.
I would really prefer it.
Can
No.
you take Tara?
I need my big brother.
Oh, knife twist.
Fine. That was
The
cold.
manipulation.
Surprised you didn't have to roll for that one.
She didn't even have to roll for that. That hurt me all the way over here.
I was all like, does Kai have to roll for emotional damage?
Emotional damage. Hold on, I would say all right. Would you like to go find them?
Yep.
Okay. while you're on the search for where the hell they ended up, Amelia, you ran back to the apartment to get the glasses.
And the armor, because there's a link between the patterns as well.
Okay. Izzy, you are trying to procure a conference room.
Mm-hmm.
You end up back in that same conference room you all found yourself in early on because
Figured.
there are limited rooms and you're just like, wow, last time I was in here, that's
Dry erase markers, not permanent. We're good.
Penises are permanent, though.
okay. Claudia, anything you're doing?
I'd like to find Rue.
Oh! Rue is back in her office. Come in.
I'm just going to walk in, close the door behind me, and just stand there and wait.
That is a power move if I've ever heard of it.
Something you'd like to comment on?
Not so much comment. I respect the play.
Fair enough.
And I respect you enough, and I respect myself enough to hold up my end of the deal.
I appreciate that, because you did have the opportunity between here and there to do something about that.
I did not have the information that I suspect you had, that vial would come in very handy in a short amount of time.
It couldn't have been hidden in my office.
Then why didn't it stay in your office?
That's what I mean. It couldn't have been found here. That would have been trouble, would it have not? You strolled into my office with something you stole that was meant to be delivered to the prince and offered it to me as a gift.
I will take coterie responsibility for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I respect the play, like I said. That's all.
Fair enough. I'm surprised, actually, that you turned it over.
What were you expecting?
You to say nothing.
The consequences of that would have been that we would have been in trouble anyway.
Valid. There were lots of people who handled those bodies between the time that they arrived in the court.
We called Steve in immediately. It was us and Steve, and that's it.
Maybe it never arrived on her body in the first place.
That's possible.
Adriana's shady.
She's an interesting one. What does the church have to do with the La Sombra? Why is that a thing?
The La Sombra, certain sects have a long history of working within the church. It's part of their belief system. They worship God, but they understand that they are damned. And so they believe that they can serve God by showing that being damned is worse.
I don't think I understand that.
Belief is a strange thing.
Very much so. If they have no hope of salvation, what drives them? Or what motivates them?
The hope that they can help someone else be saved.
Brownie Point pyramid scheme. Okay.
That's funny coming from one of us. Anyway.
The irony isn't lost on me.
The Tremere literally are an MLM.
The Tremere are completely an MLM.
Yeah. Rue is your upline.
I am aware that there was a reaction from one of your members.
It seems she knew the child in pre-kindred life.
That doesn't bode well.
There is a lot more underneath this that I don't understand.
You could say she knew her in a biblical sense.
We have all the jokes today.
Thankfully, we're not having to spit takes this time.
San Antonio by night. We have the jokes.
We have the
And the trauma.
And the trauma.
This is not good for any of it. And seeing as you handled today with such grace, you should know that Sombra is not pleased. Do you know what Sombra means in Spanish?
I think she said it means shadow, or is that right?
Correct. For whatever reason, Sombra's had some run-ins with the La Sombra. So whether her name is a title or an insult is up for you to figure out.
Do you think she would be open to discussing that, or is that very much personal for her?
I don't understand what she considers personal or not with you.
That's fair.
I heard you got a hug.
Yeah.
She hates children. She's taking you. I don't understand what's going on over there.
I don't understand it either.
I will just share with you that she is on edge.
That would make sense with past history with the La Sombra. I'll find out what I can do to help her.
That would be a great service to the clan.
Thank you, Rue. I appreciate learning from you.
We will see you soon.
See you soon. I'll show myself out and knock on Sombra's door to see if she's there.
What?
Open the door. Hi, Sandra.
Oh, hi.
Is this an okay time? I mean, I know it's not, but
She set you up?
oh, I know. I respect the play. I've learned something from it. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I'm okay. It does sting a little, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I'm okay. Are you?
No. I'll go kill something tonight.
You don't like having the La Sombra here?
No.
May I ask why?
The city is perfectly balanced. The power structure just shifted.
Hmm. We don't know where the chips are going to fall.
We have people under our command. They could be hurt. We could be hurt. Who's friend, who's foe? When you just let the Sabbat walk in.
Is there... I mean, I understand that we're at war, and I think I have at least a general grasp of why, and why we should not trust them. Is there more than that? Is there something with the La Sombra in general? In particular, I mean?
As a whole?
Well, yes, and maybe in particular, these three.
I don't know anything about these three. But I don't trust it.
What's wrong?
This is how people die. You trust the church, they die.
Sounds like you have personal experience of this.
In a different lifetime, this is be where I ask you for a hug, but we don't do that here. You may go.
I'll reach out a hand and
Go.
I'll go to the door, but just pause on the way out. I'm so sorry for what happened to you. I care about you and I want to help. The offer is there. I'll check in a bit later. And I'll leave her in peace.
As soon as the door clicks, you just hear like yelling and tossing and like she's just fucking thrashing her own office. Sylvie. Oh, is there anything else, bro?
Oh, I was just going to go find the others, that's all.
Sombra likes you. She was gonna go fight Rue because she put you at risk and she was pissed about it. Yeah.
I feel like I need a little boat to just kind of like ship across anytime something happens and just
The slow burn.
You would have seen the text message saying that we are back in the conference room that we first started in.
Girls are back. Are you going to go find Emma or are you going to go meet them in the conference room? They've told you where they are.
I'm finding Emma.
Okay. We'll do the conference room.
So I figure that you guys were catching me up on all the stuff that you guys discovered just the night before that I was doing other things with, and I'm writing all the extra notes on the dry erase board with the dry erase marker, glaring at Amelia the whole time, making sure.
Amelia shows you her permanent Sharpie is in her hand. And then she does a magic trick and it's not there anymore.
Oh no.
But it's clearly like sticking out of her like hoodie.
As long as it stays there.
And she's like, where is it? And it's like literally poking out here. She's all like,
I'm not fast, otherwise I'd steal it. But more important things, notes on board, so that when he comes in, it's like, this was all the dots connected.
Claudia's getting the glasses out and sort of lining them up.
With the outfits matching.
I don't. Did we bring the actual outfits back?
Yeah, she went and grabbed them.
We did. Oh yeah. So lay them all out on the table.
All right. After a few minutes, there's like a knock as Steve wanders in. Ladies,
I'm sure you know.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, boss man. Thought we'd talk about this with you rather than the prince, given the current volatile situation.
she's fine.
Okay. I mean, it's like, will she be after this? So the investigation. We really kind of connected the last dot in Elysium. All this stuff was made to order. Someone ordered it specifically to celebrate what we're assuming, the prince being here for either 100 or 120 years. And there is a gold glass. She shows her the gold glass trim that perfectly matches the outfits worn by the La Sombra and the church.
So you're suggesting that... What?
We are some weird kind of celebrationary toast?
Gift?
But I don't know if it's in sarcasm or they think they're helping in some way, whoever it is. But it
My gut
seems to
feeling
have...
is that this is...
So, who turned you?
We don't
We
have
think-
that final piece yet. Oh, what we
Sorry.
do know is the armor was made in a Sabat-controlled warehouse. The glasses were made at a glass blowers in werewolf territory north of the city. There is a link between those two craftsmen, or craftspeople, I should say. The armor was paid for by someone in Brussels of the name Stefan, I've forgotten the last name, but Claudia would have it. Unfortunately, that's as far as we've been able to trace the money backwards so far.
The kind of point here is that I think if you provided the prince with this information, she would know who it actually is. She would know who's been around long enough to celebrate her, who would have these kinds of
Memories or
Knowledge to make all the connections.
Because
So
in the end, it's
her.
different. It's pardon.
If you need information from her, why are you talking to me?
I guess we thought that given what we saw in Elysium, she might be a bit too upset at this point in time to highlight something involving the church and possibly the La Sombra again. That maybe you would be better in assisting us to translate it to her in a successful manner. Don't really want to upset her even further or make the situation worse than it has to be.
do you think there's enough here worth bringing to her right now, or should we just keep holding on to it and keep searching?
You still have no sense of who made you. And the person you've traced in the city is human?
It harks to a person or people who the prince may have known in a previous life or have been around long enough to...
We should talk to Mark, though, the maker of the armor. We should talk to Mark. There's one more connection that we haven't followed through yet, and that is the person that was at the warehouse with Mark, who drove away in the car. Wait, was that? No, with Earl was the guy that made the... I'm confused.
Yeah, that was Mark, wasn't it?
Mark drove away.
Oh, that was Mark. Okay.
Earl was in the thing.
Never mind. I got myself confused.
Yeah. Well,
We should probably chase that up first. Hey, talk to Mark.
do you want me to go get her?
She might have information that we could use.
And my thought would be that that would be prudent given the potential link to the events of today's court. I believe she should have that information. Would you mind getting her?
Or taking her to us, or whatever works best for her.
Yes.
Where's your other one?
I think she's having an emotional breakdown.
Do you think she went to find them on her own?
Hopefully she's with Kai.
We should find her first. tell you what, we'll go find Sylvie.
Why don't you leave these things here?
Mhm.
I will lock this door. You can meet her tomorrow.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
That'll get her time to get her mommy issues under control.
Amelia just like wipes a little bit of glitter off the table.
Yeah, there's definitely like a glint into the cracked skin on one arm.
Poor Steve.
I love it so much. Just settled into the cracks.
So I guess we go looking for Sylvie, which I'm sure conveniently don't find in time.
We'd probably follow the screaming.
After asking around, you discover that there is a church office.
Should be fun.
In the Elysium areas. And it's indicated that they are probably there.
Okay.
I feel very bad for any vampire who has a problem with consecrated ground trying to hang out at Elysium.
Glad that wasn't my problem.
Yeah, there's a church above Elysium.
Great.
Your guess
Yeah.
is that that's where they are.
It's not an issue that I have, so thankfully. So I guess just knock on the door of the church offices.
The sanctuary is open as you go in.
This is so fucking weird for me.
And Kai's like,
Kai's not doing well. Oh no.
Poor Kai.
You okay, bud?
no, man, because if you raise hell, we're like in a church, and that's.
I'm not gonna raise hell. That's not my goal here. I'm not gonna go after the Sombra for making her into a vampire. That's not my goal. I just want to talk to Emma. Or whatever the fuck she's called now.
Look, like, it's okay, you know, that you're struggling, but it seems like that's now a dead name, and you probably should be careful with that.
Ah! I mean, fair enough, but I don't remember it. It's not intentional. I
Layla.
don't know what it is. Okay.
Layla.
I will write it down. Okay.
Dylan now goes and looks up, what does Lalith mean?
Okay.
I gave you all the clues you needed for all of their names. Now, if she remembers them is the question.
Okay. So, are they in the sanctuary? Are they hanging out?
You come into the sanctuary and you see kneeling at the front, seeming to be in prayers, the prince, with Mother Superior in front of her.
Oh shit. So that is something I don't want to interrupt.
Kai, when he walks in and sees it, just backs the fuck out.
Okay, I'm gonna follow him. Just gonna back up with him. Okay, so where else could they be?
I don't know, man. There gotta be church. I mean, they've gotta be here, right?
I mean, that's what it seems. Is there another door nearby that I can try?
Yeah, there's like office doors.
The actual offices. Okay, so I'm gonna knock on an office door.
Skaith answers. It's the feminine of the two.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door. Does she say come in, or does she just say who is it or something like that? Like what's the?
She opens the
She
door.
opens the door.
She's
Cool.
standing there.
Hi.
Hello. Except for an Irish accent.
Is Layla around? Anywhere?
Yes.
Can I talk to her? Like, would it be possible for me to talk to her alone for a minute? My name's Sylvie, by the way. I'm a gangrel. I don't know if that's important, but I figure I should probably tell you who I am.
I see.
Can I talk to her?
She's her own person.
Okay, where might I find her?
I'll get her.
Thank
And after a few minutes, they leave you standing in the Alamo courtyard.
Sure, and I'm not moving. I'm just standing there completely still. In just panic.
Laylith comes out. Hello.
Do you know who I am?
Yes.
I wasn't sure if you would. I didn't know if maybe there was something that they like wiped your memory or something. But what happened? How did this happen?
How did what happen?
The last time I saw you, you were human.
That was true for you as well.
Sure. However, I don't know how this happened. Do you know how, like, so I have no idea how I became a vampire. I woke up like this with nothing, like I don't have a sire. I don't have any of that stuff. So
maybe we should be inside the building having these conversations
Maybe.
if we're going to keep
That's probably that's a good point. I'm sorry. Yeah.
not part of
I'm
the
sorry.
masquerade as part of the Camarilla now
Yeah,
that we should be upholding.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Okay. Yeah.
They
let's-
not teach you the tenets.
They did. I'm panicking. I'm not a lot different than I was when I was human. So you've seen the panic attacks, and it was not. Okay, let's go inside. Yeah.
She when you notice she's like there's just her eyes are very black.
Mhm.
When she looks at you. She comes in. You're like in a reception area of a church office. And she shuts the door.
How did this happen? When did this happen?
I think you should go first.
Okay, I legitimately don't have answers for you. So
You told me to run.
I did tell you to run because, well, actually, I don't remember that. That's the problem. I have the text like on my phone. I was shown that I did that. And I have your voicemail. But I have no memory of sending the text to you. So either that was in the middle of something happening, or someone did it for me. I'm not sure. But I have no memory of telling you to run. But I probably would have if I had known that I was in trouble. But I have no memory of how this happened. I have this vague memory of being pulled into like pulled into a hotel room and then nothing. And then I woke up like this, underground. And I've been trying to figure it the fuck out for months.
You would go about even becoming a vampire in a complicated way.
Yeah, tell me about it. This is very on brand for me. Yeah, I'm not even, the thing is, like, I'm outside of the things that I can do that I couldn't do as a human, pretty much the same as I was before. I'm able to keep my temper in check a little bit better than I used to, but that's it. I'm pretty much the same. You, on the other hand, are completely different. Like, I don't even, if you didn't look exactly the same, except for your eyes are a little bit different, you're completely different than you were the last time I saw you. And I don't understand how that's a thing, because
Because I've been saved.
What? Because what?
They've saved me.
From what? From being homeless? From me?
All of it.
Where were you when they found you?
Headed back to New York.
So when did this start? Did you know, like, did you know that this was a society back before? Or how did you, like, how did they find, I'm just confused. Like, how did they find you, and did you express an interest in this, or did they catch you and then how to, I don't understand, like, when did you learn about this stuff?
They saved me along my path of running.
Were you with me at the time?
No, you'd left.
You mean when I got embraced?
You left me.
I didn't leave you.
You told me to go.
If I did, it was because I was afraid you were going to get killed or taken like I was. It's not like I sent you a breakup text. It's not like I told you that I didn't want to be with you.
You said, it's bad, run.
Right. Which means if I sent that text, it means that something dangerous was happening. I didn't want you to get hurt. That's not the same thing. I just don't understand. I don't understand. What were you... So, Kai said something. He said something, and now it's sort of just like... How long before... So it was just after... So it was the last couple months, too, for you. Like, you weren't aware of anything before? You weren't keeping anything from me? Like, any of that?
No.
So, okay, so what did they tell you? Did they tell you anything to do with me? Like, did they know? Did you tell them that? I'm trying to figure this out. I don't understand what's going on. I'm just really confused, and you seem very comfortable with this. And why are you so different? Why are you so different? Why are you acting like you barely know me?
I don't have to be attached to you anymore. I understand my purpose.
And what is that?
To help others understand that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
You were never religious. I don't understand this. This is new for you.
Yeah. Because we've always been damned.
I don't understand. So, you're here now.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does that mean Like, what does that mean for us now that you're here?
What do you mean?
Are you saying in the last 2 months, 3 months, however the fuck long it's been, that you've completely you don't have any feelings toward me anymore?
You were an important part of my mortal story,
That was your entire story.
and I was yours.
But I'm not getting, I haven't written you off as part of my story that is no longer, I was trying to keep you safe.
We have new journeys now.
And they're on the same path. Like, we're here together. So where do we go from here? I don't understand. I'm just really confused, and I'm trying not to freak out, but you're here and you're a vampire. You're one of us, and I didn't want this for you. That's why I told you to go. Again, I don't really remember doing it, but that makes sense, that I would not have wanted you to be hurt. And then I even had a conversation with one of the Nosferatu to make sure you didn't come back here to find me so that you wouldn't get hurt. And now you're here.
So you're telling me you didn't want me after all?
No! I wanted you to be able to survive and live a life. I even thought about maybe bringing you...
I am. I found a way to survive. And I have a new purpose in my life. You got what you wanted, right, Sylvie?
No. You're not safe from this. You're not alive anymore. And you have this new family.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what to do. I used to ask you what to do whenever I didn't know what to do. And now, I don't think you... What am I supposed to do? Can I even call you Emma anymore? I don't think I can even call you Emma anymore.
It's not my name anymore. That was my Christian name. This is my damned name.
I don't know what to do. You're back in my life in this weird way, and I don't know how to... I don't know what to do now. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just forget that you were... Am I just supposed to forget that I loved you?
No.
Then where am I supposed to go with this?
There's all parts of everyone's journey.
But I'm not part of yours anymore.
Apparently you still are.
I don't know. I just don't know what to do. So how are you guys gonna... You're not... Are you... I don't understand how this even happened. I don't understand. Did you ask for this? Did they tell you what you were gonna be... What was gonna happen to you?
They helped me understand that there was a way to be safe and help other people along the journey and find a new community. And
did they tell you that you would never see me again? Did they know I exist? Did you...
We talked about you.
And you were okay with the idea that...
Well, initially I thought I could do this to maybe help you. I could be stronger or smarter or faster. But now I understand there's a different purpose for me.
No, I'm the one with the strength and the speed. That's me. But apparently,
We've always lived in the shadows. I've just embraced them now.
okay. I think I'm gonna go. Is this where you are, though? Is this where you guys are gonna be? Is it your haven?
In a church?
I don't know. You guys seem awfully religious, so I mean that makes sense.
We are.
Okay, that's weird.
But we're not going to stay here. They're getting a haven together for us in someone's territory.
Bruja territory, which is great because the Bruja kind of hate me. Just do me one favor. Don't piss off Trixie.
Okay.
Just there's just don't. And also maybe not be friends with her because she kind of hates me.
And she walks up and she puts her hands on either side of your face. She kisses you in the middle of the forehead and says, "Be at peace."
And I'm just gonna wrap her in a hug.
And she hugs you back. And it's like for a split second you feel her like tension leave while she hugs you. And then just she like straightens back up and very like removes you from her.
I'll see you later. And she walks out and finds Kai and just air hugs him and just sobs.
Kai's like, okay, man. Okay, man. And just like sits down with you, like, and starts to hold you as you just like sob like, your chest. And like the rain starts to slowly fall. And you both just sit leaned against the church building with him, his arms around you in the rain. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh, God damn it. I didn't think I was going to cry today. Jesus shit.
Okay, well, we will see you all next week for more adventures in San Antonio.
We bring trauma and jokes.
See.
Fucking hell. Oh my God.